First things first. One depends on how long this will take. Second, it depends on what our government is going to do. If it steps up its game, or if it remains doing what it's currently doing, which is close to nothing. And I mean to economic measures. I'm not going to discuss the sanitary issues, but on the economic side, it mainly depends on how the government behaves. Because right now, we choose, I think, well, to have the horizontal quarantine, which means that everyone's at home and not just the group risks. And that's an option. It's a safe option. But then we have to take care of the economy. And right now, the layoff for 1 month or 2 months is enough. But if this goes more than 2 months, what you're expecting is companies with zero revenue and having the costs on salaries, even if it's just 1/3. And that's unbearable for startups. That's unbearable for SMEs, and I would venture to say that's unbearable for big companies, because it doesn't make sense that you continue to spend every month to 300,000 euros if you have a payroll of 1 million, or 100,000 euros if you have a payroll of 300,000 euros month by month, and not having a revenue. You're going to make an option. I prefer to go chapter 11, and I can open in 6 months' time and do my business again, and I'll hire everyone again. So unless there's a real incentive for government, because I'll give you an example. I was doing a webinar today with startups, and they were complaining that they cannot access any credit line made available right now because they don't fulfill the ratios. So unless the government thinks from a sector perspective, startups need money, and the French government already addressed that, for example, when it made the bridge loans for them to go over this period of time. SMEs right now, banks are asking for personal guarantees and are asking for 2.5% interest rate on the credit. And that doesn't make sense, because are you going to leverage with debt when you don't know what's going to happen in 1 month time? That's crazy. That's ludicrous. So unless the government understands that what the companies need is liquidity, we're not getting anywhere. And then I fear that we are going to have a global recession, but us as a country will have a harder time to get up due to our economic weakness. So in a nutshell, unless the government understands that we need to put liquidity in the market so that invoices are paid and salaries are paid, or we are doomed for the abyss. And I'm not trying to be tragic, but it's really what I see. And with the companies that I discuss with, all of them say, well, it's okay, layoff is fine, but if I can hold 2 months, but not more.